What's going on, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy BOJ. We are here. And as you can see, we're going live. And we've got a guest on with us today that we're going to be having join us in about 5 or 10 minutes. We're not going to be on too long. This is a little bit of an impromptu live, but we love having our friends on. And as we were kind of catching up on the Zoom, it was like, let's just go live. Let's talk to the people and let's get out there and let's share our stories of our journeys. And you never know who this can bless at some point. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we need everybody to go ahead, get on in the room. We need you to like this video. We need you to share this video with others. Let them know that we are about to be live. We don't know how long we go live, but we're both some talking folks. So we're excited about it. I see my boy Lambo Drew is he live right now? Does that say he's live right now? Oh, man, we both live at the same time. I know there's a lot of folks down here in the DC area. We're getting prepped for the mastermind event. A lot of folks have already met this morning. Of course, I've been at home getting my videos done, and we're going to meet up with them a little bit later tonight. But we're so excited about what's going on today. We've got our friend, our brother, our colleague, and another platform journeyman. My brother, the G Trader, is in the building today. We ought to clap it up before he even gets here, y'all. This is going to be a good one. So you don't want to miss it. Make sure you invite some folks in. I know we got one person watching right now, and I know it's just 12. It's a little after 12 noon. There might be some folks on Zoom calls. There might be some folks that are locked into their own situations and different things of that nature, but we want you to join on in. So come on in the room. We don't want you to miss a thing. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have my stuff situated. If you could, whoever is watching, for the few people that are watching, if there's anybody that's watching, let me know if you can hear me well, if you can see me well. That is always a good indication for what we've got going on here at BOJ. We want to make sure that you guys can hear us and see us when we get this thing started. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes or so. All right. So we won't belabor. We won't make y'all wait too long. But we're excited to be here. If you're in here, let us know where you're tuning in from. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to start doing these lives more often, because I know we get into the mundane thing of talking about platforms and the different things about each and every platform and different things that come about. But we don't really have a whole lot of dialogue. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the space in the comment section every now and then, but sometimes we just need to talk about other things than the space. Sometimes we need to talk about life experiences. Sometimes we need to talk about our journeys in this space, the ups and the downs of this space, some of the things that we've had to survive through in this space. And it helps encourage some other people. So I've got someone that I believe is a great person to talk about some of the things that are going on in this space. We are both journeymen in this space. We are both experienced in this space. And we've been in this space for, I think he's actually been in this space a little longer than me, to be honest with you. And we'll clarify that when he gets on here. But such a wealth of knowledge. We've been through so much in this space, from platforms that looked promising to platforms that had CEOs that weren't real, to platforms that paid us a whole lot of money and gave us a good opportunity to share, and then decided they were going to leave us. It doesn't seem like any platform has lasted forever. All right. But we all know that. We understand the risk. And I do believe that having my brother on the channel today is going to bring great value. So in another 2 minutes, all right, if y'all want to get some people on the channel, on the call, make sure you get folks on this call. All right. You do not want to miss it. It is going to be an amazing call. All right. So make sure that you're tapped in. All right. Tap in. If you're already tapped in, make sure you like the video. Let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from. We always love to hear where the folks are tuning in from today. All right. And I'm going to put a little note on here that says, come on in the room. All right. Come on in. Come on in, y'all. Live with the G Trader. Just had to make sure that was updated. All right. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I'm going to let my brother in the room, and we're going to get going. We're going to get going fairly shortly, y'all. Fairly shortly. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing all right? We got 5 people watching right now. Let us know how you're doing. another 60 seconds. I'm gonna let my brother in the room. I'm gonna answer one text message. All right, y'all. Unlimited Freedom's in the building, my brother. I'm down the street from you. Oh, you're down the street. You may be a couple more miles than down the street, but my brother Vaughn is in the building. Unlimited Freedom is in the house, y'all. Y'all clap it up for Unlimited Freedom. He's going to be down here. Well, he's already down here with us in the DMV area, getting excited for our event today. I'm going to go ahead and let my brother G Trader in the room. For those of you that do not know G Trader, he's going to be able to introduce himself and give him his proper introduction. But we are so excited to have our brother, the G Trader, is in the building. RLG Trading. What's happening, my brother? Let the applause go through. Let the applause go through because you deserve it. You deserve it.
Oh, good to be back, BJ. I've not been on here for some time.
It's been some time. I think has it been over a year?
Probably. And can I just say, I was your first. I was your first.
That's right. He helped me break the interview cherry right here on I don't know if that's appropriate, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Brothers. You know, the G Trader is in the building, and we're so excited. And I was just telling the folks before you got on, we've been in this space for a long time, man, and you know, relative a long time to some other things that happen in life. But when you're in this space, every day, every minute, every hour can be up and down. So we know that, and I think it might have put a couple gray hairs on us, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, that's where, you know, he doesn't have any hairs on his head, and my hairline is leaving my face. So, you know, this space can cause a little bit of stress, but at the end of the day, we're still here. We're still fighting strong, and we're still committed to looking for good opportunities in this space. And I just want to give you an opportunity, one, to introduce yourself to the people, let them know where you're from, how long you've been in this space, and just anything you want the people to know about you. And we'll get into our journeys as we talk along this episode here.
Awesome, BOJ. Thank you very much for that introduction. I've been here in this space for a long time, but I've not been in this YouTube space for that whole long.
Yeah.
I think I've got the date, BOJ. The first time I spoke to you was on the 11th of June, 2021.
Wow.
And it was because of Mind Rift.
Yeah.
And I remember, I remember, because obviously I've come from a background of internet marketing, and I did everything on Facebook. Yeah. I got behind a business, and that business would run for 12 months, and then that business would collapse, and then you'd start all over again.
Yeah.
And I got sick of that. I got sick of like doing a business. You build up everyone's hopes. You become an internet marketer, a leader, where you're technically lying to get sales. And I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And the platform would go down, and then you'd start again.
Yeah.
I had this idea, this concept of blogging my journey, getting on YouTube, staying diversified. In the midst of all that, I was trading myself because I was so miffed and disappointed by these platforms that come undercut. So I learned the fine art of Forex trading, crypto trading. Some months did well, some months broke even, some months lost. You know what I mean? I don't sugarcoat anything. It's a difficult space.
Yeah.
Doing all that brought me to YouTube. I met you. You was a guy across the pond doing the same idea as me. You was a little bit ahead of me. And that was it, mate. And then obviously I wanted to gravitate to you.
Yeah.
I think you gravitated to me a bit. I said, listen, I want to get on some Zooms. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Yeah.
What camera are you using? What mic have you purchased?
Yeah.
Did you get the logos? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we grow.
That's right.
And we're an advocate of people stepping out the comfort zone to make things happen.
That's right.
And, you know, it's a difficult industry. It really is. And sometimes we take on too much.
Mm-hmm.
you know, but you've got to stay ahead of the game.
That's
And
right.
that is exactly what I do. I had an entertainment company for 12 years, and COVID kind of killed off my entertainment company.
Yeah.
But my wife's business was growing as an impersonator, a singer.
Yeah.
So we decided to get rid of the entertainment company, concentrate on her. And then this kind of replaced the entertainment side of things,
Yeah.
like twofold, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what brings us here, and we just continue to do our thing.
Hey man, I mean, I think that there's a lot of similar. I told you this way back when we spoke before, like around our first time speaking. There's a lot of similarities that we have, right?
Mm.
We both have backgrounds in the entertainment industry. You know, we're both still kind of working the entertainment industry on and off. Maybe me a little bit more than you as it pertains to what we used to do, right?
Yeah.
I'm still singing. I'm still working weddings and corporate events and doing things like that. And I'm sure you're still involved in a capacity, especially in the support of your wife. And she is amazing, by the way. If you guys have not seen the G Trader's wife impersonate Cher, which is not this is this and anybody that knows anything about music, right?
Mm.
Cher is not the easiest person to impersonate, right?
No.
Because she has a very distinct voice where you
Mm.
know it's Cher when it's singing. And then, of course, to look like somebody is a whole nother thing.
It's a little
Right?
bit creepy, isn't it? Really.
I mean, it's all in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? If it was my wife that I had to see transforming into a whole nother person every other time, then it might be a little bit different for me as well.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the teamwork that you guys shared to get through COVID is the same kind of teamwork that I had to have with my wife and just kind of pressing through. You know, we're grateful that they allowed us to sit in these chairs and kind of duck away for a little while and experiment in this space, because I'm sure for your wife and her supporting you, it was an experiment at maybe one point in you guys' conversation. You know, was it something that you could count on to create an income for yourself at the very front? You know, that's a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? So when you and then you have family and have different stuff like that. So the stepping out of the box to do something different, you know, that's always a hard decision, no matter what it is that you're deciding to do.
And even though our wives aren't on cameras, they allow us to do this. So,
Yes,
and that's the point of the teamwork. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
that's
well,
right.
what my wife does, the income that she receives, allows me to take more of a risk. Do you know
That's
what I
right.
mean? I got rid of the entertainment business, and then obviously just focused on her with her level of income. Being an impersonator allowed me to throw the dice at this, and every single week is throwing the dice, because you never know what you're going to earn passively.
That's right.
You
Or even
know,
if you're going to have enough time to earn passively, you know, because the ball isn't really in your court. You know, once you've tossed your deposit, you shot your shot, the
yeah.
ball is not in your court. You know what I'm saying? It's in the entity's court, it's in the platform's court. So we've taken many of those risks along this journey, man. And I think it's shaped a lot of things. We've been able to inspire a lot of people. We've been able to teach a lot of people about how to navigate this space, because you have to understand, we were those naive people too in the front.
Yeah.
We were the ones that saw these things as the best thing since sliced bread. Like, is this really happening? And then we got the awakening
Yeah.
that, you know, some of this stuff, all of this stuff isn't going to last forever. So you have to move according to that if you want to stay in the game, if you want to continue to play the game. You got to learn how to play it.
Once it leaves your wallet, it's no longer your crypto.
It's
It's
not
just
yours.
numbers.
That's right.
It's just
That's
numbers
right.
until it hits that wallet.
That's right.
Until it becomes tangible back to you in that wallet, it's not yours. And it's all about getting the capital back, isn't
That's
it?
right.
That is the process, getting the capital. And let's be honest, we never come on here and tell anybody what to do. We
That's
only
right.
have to showcase what we're doing. The
That's
link's in
right.
the description, guys. You can do the same. You can share the opportunity, and you can earn some nice little referral commissions. And along that way, we will receive passive and that potential ROI. It's about getting in early. And that's what we do on our channels. We bring platforms early to give ourselves the best possible chance of success.
That's right. And it's not like you said, it's not a guarantee of success, but it's all about positioning. It's all about how you position yourself with each opportunity that comes. If you have positioned yourself as a person that understands the space, and a lot of things you're going to do early, a lot of decisions you're going to have to, you understand that making those decisions quickly is something that you have to do. You don't even have the real luxury of waiting around. Now, you may get lucky and look at something for a little while. Like, I'll have an example. I looked at QUOPI, right? So for those of you that don't know QUOPI, it's one of the platforms in the space that is still around right now and has been around for quite some time. But I watched it for maybe a month and a half. And as far as I'm concerned, me watching it for a month and a half is me pretty much deciding that I'm not going to do it, right?
Yeah.
It's me just saying, hey, I'll pay attention to it. I'll look at it, but I'm probably not going to touch it, right? So after a month and a half and I'm hearing about what's happening, what's going on, and I still make the decision. Now, some people are not going to do that. I just decided, hey, you know what? Let's, I got a little bit of extra risk capital going on right now. Let's just see what happens, right? So that is an instance where it actually panned out. We're 3 cycles deep. It's something that is still here. It's still cranking out and doing its thing. Whereas something as maybe a Novatech, right?
Yeah.
Where if you watched Novatech for too long and you decided you were going to get in earlier this year, then it didn't perform the way that it performed for everybody else that got in 3-4 years ago. And granted, we're talking about 2 different platforms that, Novatech lasted way, way longer than any platform that I've really had an opportunity to see thus far. Yeah. There has been other platforms like Cash Effects and things of like that nature that have been around for some time. But like you said, I've only been in the YouTube space for a couple of years. We've only seen about 2 years of documenting these kind of things. So stuff that's been around for a long, long time, either we haven't seen it or it's gone right now.
Yeah.
So either way, I think our journeys indirectly, even though we tell people, hey, look, I'm not your financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor. All 3 of those things are true every time we say that, and that we're just talking about our journeys. But I really do think that we inspire people. We have taught a lot of people. Have you had any instances where people have reached out to you, and even in the midst of platforms coming and going, they're still like, you know what, bro, I'm still very appreciative of your role in this space. Have you had that? Have you had your flowers given to you?
All the time, BOJ. We out boasting and gloating. We out being big-headed. That is the feedback that I get. I never really get any negative comments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get a lot of support. I'm open in my Telegram. Do you know what I mean? I answer questions. I try and offer a relatively decent amount of support. Listen, I'm not part of support. I'm not part of any platform in regards to support, but I'll try and help them with certain things. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And I get that appreciation. Do you know what I mean? My community is growing. I've got a Telegram group now, just south of 2,000 members.
That's awesome, man.
My YouTube's grown to 7K. I'm pushing towards 10. I've got to smash that. So I know the growth is people gravitating to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Being honest, being upfront. And it's interesting what you said there about QUOPI, where if you would have got in on day 1, the first week, sometimes the scheduling of where we get in at, because you've seen it operate for that amount of time,
right?
You then change your mindset of like, well, if I would have got in on day 1, the first week, I might have put only about 1 or 2 grand in this. But if you've seen it perform for a month and a half, you're thinking, okay, I need to catch up a little bit in terms of what so then you'll put in 5K, for example, because you've seen it working. You're more willing to lose 5K than you would when it first launched.
Right.
So there's different methods, isn't there? It's all about risk assessment, risk management. And
I think that for every person it's different, as it should be, even though we kind of get our motivations and we get tips and strategies from the people that even we've watched. You know what I'm saying? Before I got too deep into this space, I was watching a whole lot of Crypto Muscle. Shout out to Crypto Muscle. But he was the one person that was out here that was consistent, that I could see, posting videos all the time. And he has a great person. Well, whether people agree with it or not, I think his personality matches this space. It's cutthroat. It's like, it's you got to be able to laugh to keep from crying sometimes. So I appreciate the humor in his presentation. So all that being said, we all have to have our own risk management strategy. And whether it's, and minds have changed sometimes. And even just to speak on that hypothetical situation you just gave on QUOPI, right?
Yeah.
I put in my 2,500 in QUOPI and I have not added a single cent in 3 months.
Yeah.
4 months, right? I've just said, we're just going to ride it out. However long it goes, that's going to be what I put in because that's what I've decided. And I thought about adding, I thought about doing it, but at the end of the day, I when you know better, you do better, right? Yeah. So with that apprehension of, well, this could go at any point, I would rather at that point, after I've staked my claim, after I'm thankful that I put in 2,500, not just 500 or something that I felt like maybe I would have to increase over time, then I can take some of that returns and I can go find something else and then further diversify. So now, on top of having 2 platforms that work, hopefully, you now have 2 platforms that you can bring content on and establish some digital real estate in. So I always think about how this space works together with the channels that and the brands that we have built, right? There are a lot of leaders out here that will attach themselves to the platform.
Yeah.
And their backgrounds will be CMB or QUOPI, and they'll just attach themselves to the platform. And then when the platform goes, everybody's like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for anybody that's out there, take a note from what you see right now from me and the G Trader, right?
Yeah.
Look at G Trader's background. Look at my background. These are and the thumbs up might pause my screen for a second, but if it doesn't, then great. Let me do this real quick because it's gonna, something about that thumbs up makes things happen crazy. But anyway, the branding, right? We've established our own, right? We've established our own way of talking about these different platforms. We've established there's a separation between us and the platform, right? Yeah. So when there's a lot of fear of the finger pointing and stuff like that, it's all about positioning in that front as well. Yeah. We've positioned ourselves to make sure that we are accountable for ourselves and we're laying the groundwork for anybody to come after us to be accountable for themselves. Accountability is a huge part of this space. And that's more on us than it is the platform, because we already know these platforms won't be accountable.
No.
They'll just leave and shut the website down, and that's easy for them to do. And then there's nothing that we can do. But if we're accountable for our own decisions, our own risk management strategies, our own entry points, and how we manage the space, how we manage our funds in the space, then we have the ability to have more control.
Yeah.
So I applaud you for putting yourself in the position to have the control over whatever you decide to do.
And I know, like BOJ, like I've been in a high risk platform recently.
Yeah.
G minor. Okay. And they've got different plans.
Mm-hmm.
And on my content, I've only been involved in 2 of the plans. I did an 8% in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
I did a 42% in 7 days, high risk platform. But then there was a third plan, which was 250% for 14 days. I never got involved in that.
Yeah.
I had people messaging me in my downline that did. And then they were having problems. They were having issues with that plan. So the plan would run for 14 days and then it would restart instead of paying them out. So there was serious manipulation going on in that account. So that is accountable for themselves, because I've not gone on. I've not done the 250% for 14 days.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's
and I have a quick question. Is that a capital lockup for 14 days? Like there's no daily withdrawals or anything like that to help manage that risk?
Pure manipulation going on, BOJ. So I come straight out. I get on my channel. It's high risk platform. It's a casino play.
Yeah.
I'm taking responsibility here for my network, for the people who are in my team.
Yeah.
I have to take down my link, because even though it's still paying, those people who were sucked into that plan, who were trying to contact support, they're getting removed from the Telegram group.
Yeah.
So they're manipulating that offer, the 250% for 14 days. He doesn't get it. It just keeps rolling. They can't receive the funds.
Yep.
So it just goes to show that we bring the content. I'm showcasing the plans. What I'm doing, they don't actually always emulate what I'm doing. They go and do their own thing.
Correct.
But I have to be at the forefront and I have to address it. I don't want to ignore it. Do you know what I mean? So I bring it to my channel. I've took down the link. It's still paying. It's still paying me on my 8% and my 42%.
Yeah.
But that's 250%. And there's some serious manipulation going on. Yeah. So that platform is ready to, it's ready to drop off. Yeah.
But you take what you can get, right? And I think a part of that is, you know, some people, I think when people choose plans like that, they don't really want to be in the space. They just want to take a shot.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because we all take shots on the daily, but you can't, in basketball, they have something called a high percentage shot, right? Yeah. And a high percentage shot is a layup. It's pretty much as close as you are to the basket, the higher percentage the shot is, right? Yeah. So I say that to say this. When we're talking about platforms that have 15, 30-day capital lockups and they're obviously hypes. We're talking about hypes right now, right? Yeah. The obvious hypes. And we're talking about your capital's locked up for more than a day.
Yeah.
And you consider that plan, be really ultra prepared to lose your money.
100. Yeah.
Because that's them saying, we're going to throw this out there because if you're not smart about the space, this is the one you'll choose.
Yeah.
The smart people are going to know we got to withdraw every day.
Yeah.
For the opportunity to get our capital back. Unless they have some great proof of revenue that has been vetted and all that great stuff like people thought Vortic did. So they chose the compounding plan and different things of that nature. I get why people do decide to do it, because some platforms give you that stuff. They give you what you may think is proof of revenue and you know, enough documentation on the owners to be doxxed and all these great things that maybe a naive person will run with, and maybe even the experienced person will say, hey, this is enough for me. These plans that are so the outlandish ones in the hypes, you got to be extremely careful. All right. Yeah. Make sure in a hype, and this is just my opinion, and you can tell me if you agree. If you're in a hype, which we've all been in them, you know, we're not saying that we won't be in them. Find yourself in a position where you can withdraw every day.
Yeah.
If it's not something that you can withdraw from every day, I don't even suggest touching it. If you're new and you don't have the kind of buffer that you need to withdraw from this platform every day, I would consider not doing it.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the biggest things in my risk management strategy that has saved me during this time. If I would just let things build up, say, oh, I'm gonna just wait till it gets to $100 and I'll withdraw. Or I'll wait till it gets to 300, 405, and then I'll withdraw. By the time it gets to 5, and you're ready for that withdrawal, that platform could be gone. And you could have already had maybe $100, $200, $300 back before it decided to go away.
Yeah.
So, and you can tell me if you agree with that assessment, but you know, that's how I protect myself on a day-to-day basis.
No, you do. I fully agree, BOJ. Crypto in, crypto out is the safest option. You're minimizing your risks. Listen, there's nothing wrong in doing some internal compounding. There's, you know, I've done it in crypto option recently. You know, I've had a bit of extra, but I've done it because the platform's been performing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And I've got other platforms that are performing, so it's like, yeah, go on, I'll.
That's right.
I'll add another $300.
They gotta earn it.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The platform's got to earn it.
They've got to earn that internal compound. Don't just do it straight away.
Yeah.
So massive advocate for that, crypto in, crypto out.
That's right.
But yeah, the hype space, the high yields, I join them, the casino plays, and sometimes I join them because the long-term opportunities let me down.
Mm-hmm.
Potential legacies that come and then they fold, and it's like, okay.
So it's like, what makes you any different? I might as well get this extra 3% for the same 2 or 3 days that they're going to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get that. You know, I went through a phase where I was only in hypes. So back when we were in the Mind Rift days, Mind Rift was crazy.
Loved it. Yeah.
It happened right after Watermind went away,
Yeah.
like maybe less than a month. And it came around, and me and you had already kind of been in this space. Well, we've been in the space, not necessarily on YouTube very long, but I'm not sure exactly when you started your channel. But I know that we both had the opportunity to talk about Mind Rift on YouTube, correct?
Yeah. I mean, I've had it quite a while, but I wasn't taking it too serious. And
Yeah.
listen, you have a little webcam, don't you? And a little ring light and no microphone. You just speak. And then I bought my first microphone, but that sounded dead tinny.
Yeah.
And you know the content's crap, but you're just doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And then all of a sudden you think, right, I'm going to do it proper now. And so I would say, yeah, 2 years I've been doing it properly. I've probably had my channel for about 4 years, but
Yeah.
before that, it was just intermittent stuff that I was putting on there. And then, yeah, it's a full-time business.
Hey man, it is. I'll ask this question. You can tell me if you've done it or not. Have you turned the G Trader into a business yet? Have you made it an actual entity? Have you created a marketing company around the work that you've put in behind this channel yet?
Yeah, so I'm a limited company, obviously because I receive a wage from YouTube from advertising,
Yeah.
and yeah, I've done my tax returns, and the tax bill is awful, but
yeah,
it's real because I spend money on my Coinbase, I spend money on my crypto.com, I send funds to my bank, it's a real business.
Yep.
So, I don't want anyone coming for me. This is what I do. This is what I am.
Yep.
And yeah, it's all down there, bro. It's all in writing. Do you know what I mean? I've got a bit of I've got some. You won't be able to see it, but you can see there where I've added crypto to my card, and then it gets submitted. It's as simple as that.
Yep. And these are the kind of things that can happen for folks if they take a chance. I don't know that you ever thought that you'd be in broadcasting, because that's what we're kind of in, the podcast broadcasting space right now. We could literally decide to take our crypto journeys and talk about anything. You could talk about bodybuilding and health and the entertainment industry and all the different things that you've been a part of in your life that you know about, and you could bring value to the space just from the work that we've put in just talking about this. I've actually considered it. Wow. I've actually considered taking this, not necessarily changing this channel, but using this channel to create other channels.
Oh yeah.
And my fitness journey, right? I've lost 25 pounds in the last 3 months and have put another 10 on in muscle. I'm feeling more like myself again. You know what I'm saying? And for that kind of journey, someone could be using that, or even just in the daily life of someone who's decided to take the jump into moving into podcasting, right? Because we don't have traditional jobs. We're not the ones that work at the Walmarts or the convenience stores or anything like that. And I'm not shaming anybody that does, because we all had to do those jobs at one point, and people still need to have those jobs in order to maintain economies. So we understand the need for it. But there are some people that want more, and there are some people that have a skill set and they have knowledge and they have charisma, right? And they ought to be doing stuff like this, sharing it with the world and sharing their expertise with the world. Have you thought about taking this channel and kind of branching off into other things that outside of the financial sector?
Yeah.
Thought about that?
Listen, I know probably when I become financially free.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nothing lasts forever.
Yep.
You have to evolve into other things.
That's right.
And obviously the time is now for RLG trading, but the future, this is where I see myself in the next 3 to 4 years. We're moving into a new house, hopefully, fingers crossed, in January. We're going to a bigger house. We need a bigger house. I need a bigger office.
Yeah.
I've got a 15-year-old daughter. I've got an 8-year-old son. He's got a little bedroom in this house. He needs a bigger bedroom.
And he's a soccer star, so he needs his space to run.
He needs his
He's
space.
ready to
Yeah, they need
go.
this, and this. We just need bigger. We need bigger, and that's just the way it is when you've got a family of four. Um, we need bigger. Obviously, BOJ, and I know there's breaking news
We,
coming for
we we've
yourself.
we've got some stuff happening. I haven't made it a public thing in the Bank of Gerald world, because it's not really anybody in, those that know me know, they know what's going on. And those that don't, you'll find out once you get to know me, however you get to know me.
Yeah,
We'll leave it there, but we're going to need some more space too.
yeah. We
Right.
need
Those of you that can read between the lines.
space. So, yeah, we're going to go into a new house. Fingers crossed
Yeah.
in January, and then I see myself emigrating somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, Greece, Cyprus. I love the Canaries, the
Yeah.
Greek islands. And yeah, I would, once the time's right, to be a fluent speaker, to be someone who can come on a podcast and talk about life in general,
Yeah.
about our experiences, what brings us to where we are, and what's given us what we've got. Because life isn't all about money. It's not all about crypto, but it's all about, I feel it's about freedom.
Yes.
Freedom to do what you want to do in this life, this one given life.
Yep.
And we all have, we're all searching to get there. If you've got an entrepreneurial mindset, if you're focused in getting out of the rat race, because it's difficult. It is difficult, but you have to transition it. You've got to build it. So, like, for someone who's in that full-time job, that 40, 50 hour a week job, and they want to do something like this,
Yeah.
you've got to cut your hours to build time for this to grow. And then it's almost like everything's a transitional period, but it's all about timing as well.
That's right.
So, yeah, the end game, even though I don't want to talk about so much of the end game, but yeah, I understand what you're saying in regards to evolving and going more so away from this journey of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Diverse, staying diverse with
And diversified.
channels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because YouTube pays us.
That's right.
YouTube pays.
That's right. And it's something that, it's up and down, it has its ebbs and flows, like all of this stuff does. But when you have that opportunity, it does make you think about what the possibilities are outside of the space. And even right now I'm seeing, and my background is network marketing. So I came from network marketing, right? So some of these opportunities that come to me, I'm still intrigued by outside of the crypto space. I'm blessed that we have built a bit of a following here in the crypto space. But when you think about it, the people that watch us are just looking for opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. Whether it be in the crypto space or not, and they like it or not, that's of course, for them to decide. But I've gotten to the point where I'm thinking maybe I need to stop pigeonholing myself in just crypto, because my brand doesn't say Crypto Bank of Gerald. And as far as I'm concerned, the bank handles a lot of different financial instruments.
Yeah. So
the bank is well diversified. Why not us, right? And then and to your point about talking about life, right? And being, we do it every day. Every day that we get on our channels, right? And we talk about crypto option or these different plays that are going on. Our perspective on these plays is giving people insight on our mindsets and our lives. If I was a stressed out person, if I was a person that had carried around a whole lot of stress, and I got on video, and we see it from some of our trolls and people that get on video and talk bad about us, right? We can tell there's some things in their life that just ain't all the way right. It's coming out when they speak, and the reason why we are an inspiration to others is because even in the good, even in the bad, even in the indifferent, we're present. Our mindset is either constantly evolving or it's consistent enough to keep us moving forward. It doesn't keep us stagnant. And I think that even when people don't want to admit that, and for those of you that do, thank you. We need that little bit of extra juice to keep us going too. we're giving people insight on our lives. So for me, it was like, okay, well, since I'm already doing it, why not? Why not talk about life a little bit? Why not talk about some of the adversities that we're going to go through as humans in general,
Yeah.
right? And the fact that we're still able to get up and get in front of the camera every day is a testament to our ability to get over adversity.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't, maybe some people know what you went through over the last couple of weeks. You know, some of the people that may have seen you on Facebook and all that stuff, but you haven't been able to do a whole lot of YouTube videos because of your sickness, right? And what you were going through. And without getting into all the details, and if you want to share, you can. But where are you right now?
Yeah.
You know, you're live on with BOJ. You know, so you could have decided in whatever you were going through in your sickness to say, I'm never getting on YouTube again. You could have decided that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that decide that all the time. They get one platform that goes away on them, and because they were like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. This is the best. You never see them again.
No, because
go ahead, but all they had to do was just say it's gone and then move on.
Yeah, because they get I don't know. They get too sucked in.
Yeah.
They get too sucked in, and then
it's ignorance on fire sometimes.
Yeah, the towel's thrown in, and then, like you say, they go missing, and they come back with something else 18 months down the road. But yeah, no, you're right. When sometimes the chips are down, you've got to dig deep, and I was really poorly. I had pneumonia, which laid really heavy on my chest. I couldn't actually breathe. I was struggling to breathe for three nights. It was close to me getting hospitalized, but I got through it. I'm quite aggressive when I get ill, BOJ. I kind of I get it up. I get aggressive with it. I get in steam buckets. I get in really hot monkey baths. You know, the type of baths where you get in and you go, ooh, because it's that hot.
Yeah, it's cooking you. You're like a lobster in there.
And I literally, I kind of try and get rid as aggressive as I can. But it was difficult. Do you know what I mean? It's probably the illest I've ever been. And I'm 43 years of age, and I've picked up loads of different bugs and viruses, but that is, well, I would tell you now what I've had. I think I've had a new variant of what's been going around in the last few years, 100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, difficult. I think I only had 36 hours away from YouTube. I was coming on, like coughing, and I didn't have my camera on. I was just like talking about the platforms, just the momentum building. That's just
Trust me, I know all about that, man. I've come on with the sniffles and like saying excuse me and wiping my eye from you know, in the middle of the video, you know, but we understand the importance of one, some of the information we feel is important enough to fight through our illness. Some of it we're gonna wait, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna press ourselves on the days that feel too bad. And quite honestly, bro, pneumonia has taken people out.
Yeah.
So that's something that if you have the strength to get aggressive with, God be with you. But that thing takes people out of here. Like, so I'm glad that you're well, bro. I was praying for you the whole time, man, because when I was seeing you keeping people updated. But pneumonia is especially in this time right now where it's the winter time, and you know, for me, you know, by the time I'm leaving gigs and rehearsals at night, I'm sweating, my pores are open, and you know, there's just a lot of things that can make you sick at this time of the year. But pneumonia is not something to play with. So I'm glad to see you on camera, bro. And you look good. You look like you got your energy in you. And, you know, that's always encouraging to see. And I know about handling those things aggressively. I was trying to work out during my cold spells. You know, I was trying to get some cardio and to sweat it out. And
mad, done it? It's like, why am I this ill? It's like, this is like, am I dying? You think,
yeah,
killing me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my son, he had a chest infection for 12 days.
Oh,
he had the sweats, he had a chest infection, he was on an inhaler, and then his mum got the flu. she got it and she was ill for 2 weeks, and then she gave it me, and then it turned into pneumonia on me. So it was just like, I think my house had been ill from the 25th of October.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've just, it's just, it can get severe, can't it? It can really get severe.
It really can. It really
So
can.
much going around these days, guys. You've got to, yeah, stay safe and keep warm.
And
And
it's more than 2FA can do for you. So, you
yeah.
know, you're gonna have to stay strapped with some other things. You know, we might have to bring those masks back out and try to do the best we can, because we got to stay healthy. I mean, we can't be in this space. We can't do videos. We can't keep people updated. We can't go out and create other income sources if we're not well. You know, all of this, that, like you said earlier, there's things more important than money.
Yeah.
Right. We only got one of these things called life, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I don't tell nobody what to do. I want people to make decisions for themselves and do what they feel is right for their life, because we only have one of these. All right. And just because I felt like risking mine don't mean you have to feel like risking yours. So, you know, we take this space, we dive into this space understanding ourselves, or with the want to start to understand ourselves a little bit better. If there's one thing that I can take from this journey, is that I understand myself a lot more than I did when I started. You know, from the time that I started and had to deal with, you know, building relationships on the positive side and the negative side, because I've had some people that started off just like me and you. And now when I see them, I can't stand to see them. You know, I've had some people take advantage of their relationships with me because of what I've been able to provide or do or say or speak or pour into their lives. And I'm sure the same has happened to you. You know, people just take advantage of our roles in their lives for that time. And, you know, we only have one of these things. So we have to be very smart about how we choose to spend that time. And one thing that I am glad to say is that I'm excited to be on here with you, brother. We've got a few folks in the comment section right now that I have not read any comments. We've just been going back and forth. But my brother Unlimited Freedom is in the building. We mentioned his comment earlier. He's actually in town for the event, the mastermind that's going on in Crystal City tonight and tomorrow. Robert Oppenheimer says, two great gentlemen, respect to both. Keep doing what you like and do it your way. And I think that's a profound statement there. You know, I think we're enjoying what we're doing, right? I think we're enjoying ourselves here in this space, ups and downs, and you know, we're doing it our way, unapologetically. So thank you, Robert, for that comment. Richie Mueller says, much love, my brother. Much love to you as well. Thank you for joining. And my brother Piff is in the building. Now, a lot of you guys don't know Epiphany, but he is an artist right here in the DMV. He is making his way. He's making his rounds, and he's a young cat, but has been around for some time. I think I've known the brother for 10 years, and he's been rapping and doing music at least that long. And he can't be no more than, I don't think he's any more than 27 years old. So shout out to Piff, and thank you for being on the channel. I don't know how you found the channel, but hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for joining us. We're just having a conversation. This is my brother, the G Trader from across the pond. For those of you that do not know, for those of you that may be just joining in right now, we didn't even plan on being on this long, but you know, that's what kind of happens when when you get on with your brothers, when you get on with your family, you just kind of start talking about you know, life and you know, the space, of course. But again, thank you, G Trader, for being on with us today. I want to open it up to you. Is there anything that you kind of want to talk about, something that's happened to you in this space, or something that you've experienced in this space recently that may be different, or something you just want to kind of talk about? I want to open it up to you before we start to tone down and get on with the rest of our days, you know?
I'm excited about a business. I don't get too excited. I'm going to be honest. I go in with an open mind that, you know, this could fold in a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years. But I've actually come across a business here in the UK that is a real business. It's got real tangible offices. It's been running for 8 years in Bromley in London. The company is owned by an ex-professional footballer, co-owned by an ex-professional tennis player. They have a real trading platform in terms of a real trading room in the office. It's coming to this space. It's in pre-launch. Okay. So they've been running for 8 years, but now they have an opportunity where we can go in, or we're going to be able to go in, buy a franchise, which gives us a basic knowledge of Forex and crypto mainly Forex education. But you can actually purchase a copy trading service from the actual 8-year-old business who trades on behalf for you. Okay. So that's in pre-launch. So I'm really excited about that one. I brought it to my YouTube channel. I know I've mentioned it to you today, BOJ.
Yep.
Waiting in the wings to see what's going on in terms of brokers for you guys in the US and Canada.
Yeah.
So I'm quite excited about this one. We're going to be in control of our own funds. So actually in a broker. Do you know what I mean? So even though you pay your $25 franchise and your $10 start up for copy trading, that's $35. It's nothing, is it? So what you then deposit into your broker, then the company trades on behalf for you.
Yeah.
They'll take 30%. You make 70% as long as it's a profitable trade. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
I don't get too excited that often, but this is one where it ticks a lot of boxes. I've been a part of platforms and companies here in the UK that have got an office, and I've been to their office, but I've never seen them trading on the floor, so to speak.
Yeah.
You see all the computer screens and you see everything. It's all branding and stuff. But there was a guy actually who was in my team yesterday, and he lives near the office, and they actually invited him into the office openly.
Yeah.
He went in there, they showed him some results, and he messaged me on Telegram, Ryan, I've got the business card of this guy. I've been to the office today. They are actually trading. It's nice to see something real. So, yeah, I am excited about this one, guys. So, don't say that too often.
Yeah, man. And it's hard to get excited about things. And one thing that I want to mention for those of you that don't know the G Trader and how he gets down, if it's in his neck of the woods, if it's in his hood, he's gonna pull up. He's gonna pull up.
I'm pulling up.
That's one of the things I respect about you, man. You will pull up. You will pull up to the office if it's in any reasonable distance between you and what they're saying they are, right? And I have to give the air quotes, right? Because we all know why. But you will pull up, and if it's not you, it's one of your associates. You will pull up and you'll see what's going on, and you've done that in the past, and that is one thing that as a person that doesn't pull up all the time, because a lot of the stuff for us folks in the US, a lot of stuff ain't here because we have our own government craziness going on. They don't like it. SEC right now is literally suing every wallet that they can find. They've sued Coinbase, they've sued Ripple, they've sued Binance, and they're actually getting money from Binance right now. They settled for like billions of dollars. So with our government being in that situation where they don't like a whole lot of stuff here, it makes me happy to see leaders going and visiting when they can, where they can. And for you to see some actual, so I just want to clarify this. Did you actually get a chance to visit this place as well? Or was it just your associate?
I've been invited, but my upline, Sarah Louise, she's got a title, so to speak, to the company. Okay. So I'll be honest with you, when I've pulled up to previous businesses and previous opportunities, they want to give me a title. Do you know what I mean? But I've never ever took a title.
Right.
So she's heavily connected. She's been at the office, seen loads of images, videos. So it's something that I'm going to be doing early next year.
Yeah.
They've got a Dubai retreat coming up in March next year, where they officially, because we're in pre-launch, they're going to be launching, in March next year. So yeah, I'm going to be going to the offices, in early 2024 for sure.
Awesome. And we spoke before. You guys are looking to see if there's any way, or any of the brokers that have the ability to have relationships with the United States and Canada. We're looking forward to that. This would probably be our first attempt to be a part of a copy trading service or anything along those lines. I am not a trader. Okay, so those that know me know that I am not a trader. I've said that many times on my channel. I love PAM accounts that work. I love copy trading that works if it works. And you know, that's what from the trading standpoint right now, I have considered taking on at least the basic learning of it, just so I can learn the vernacular, the vocabulary. So when things are getting said like copy trading, I can understand it. Right. When they're talking about pips, I know what, like, I didn't know what pips are. I still don't quite know what pips are. But when you have stuff like this, giving the regular person, I'll say, the regular non-trader, an opportunity to take advantage of a skill set. Yep. Right? Trading is indeed a skill set. If you don't, it's to me, it's like a mixture of a skill set and a mindset. Because if you don't have the right mindset, you can ruin the whole skill set. Yep. And if you don't have the right skill set, then your mindset will tell you you can't even do this. It won't even give you the opportunity to stay in the game and learn. Oh. So it's got to be a good mixture of both. And I know you've got it because you've been trading on your own for a minute, and you kind of know what to see and what to look for when it comes down to these trading platforms like this. So before we go, what is the name of this platform? And we've already kind of got a date on when you're going to be expected to be going out there, but you know, we just want to be able to stay up on it, right, with you, right? So what's the name of it?
Educate to Trade.
Okay.
E2T.
E2T.
Yeah. And like I said, BOJ, in terms of where you're saying like the copy trading, I've done copy trading with Prime XBT. Mm-hmm. We've done copy trading with FXCHAIN. Mm-hmm. All that is, you're actually getting involved in a broker where you're attaching yourselves to traders who you don't know who they are. You're copy trading someone who's got this PAM account he's going to potentially bring you in this return, where this is actually an 8-year-old trading company.
Yes.
With a physical office and a real trading floor that you can go and see, where you can get a part of their daily Zooms. They've got their own Telegram where they're going to be doing daily Zooms, education. They're going to be sending out trading signals as well.
Yeah.
But you can also utilize your own trades as well as the copy trading. So you can have a copy trading broker account, and you can have your own trading account taking the trading signals. So I feel it's going to be a powerful one. You know, there's no guarantees, guys, in this space. You know what I mean? But it's a real business. Do you know what I mean? It is a real company. Yeah, and I'm excited about this one.
Well, listen, we're excited right with you. I think that, first of all, that name is perfect because not only are they going to be trading, but they have an education piece. And, you know, that's very important for the people that want that. You know, there's going to be people that want to take this on and learn for themselves. And they seem to give you every opportunity to do just that. So we're going to be excited. Well, we're excited about it. I need to do my own due diligence and go watch your Educate to Trade video. Yeah. And once I go and watch it, you know, I have a better sense of what the company is at least attempting to do. And as we get more information on how it pertains to the United States and Canada and whatever other jurisdictions may be affected by these kind of things, we'll have that information as we go on, man. But we're excited to link arms with you in that opportunity because we're looking for things. we're further diversifying here at BOJ. Those of you that have been watching my channel, those of you that can stand seeing me bring up 5-6 new different platforms every couple weeks, you know, that's just where we are right now. We're willing to stretch out just a little bit wider than we have before. And I learned one of my biggest lessons this summer when one of our biggest platforms that was really creating a whole lot of revenue here for BOJ decided to pause. And we all know that usually a pause in this space means it's gone, right? And there's still a lot of optimism for that platform. I won't say its name right now in respect for the pause and in the anticipation of it coming back. I won't say anything, but I learned a lesson in that experience. Stay diversified. Because there was a time where I was just like, well, this is doing good, so I don't even really need to look at anything else.
Time to get lazy. That's what you were thinking.
I did get lazy. I got lazy in a sense, right? I was still doing videos. I was still present on YouTube. But, man, as soon as I got off YouTube, I kicked my feet up, and I was like, oh, yeah, we're in a good place. And it didn't take long for me to get that realization. And I even made some moves outside in my business that showed complacency, you know. And right now it's a day-to-day fight to get myself out of that. So I've learned a lot. I've made the most money that I've made in my life this year, and I've been in the position where I've had the least money that I've had in my life, all in 1 year, all in this year, still going through it right now. So, and I'm doing it optimistic. I'm doing it with new things coming on the way. I'm doing it scared. I'm doing it excited, but I'm doing it.
Doing it.
And that's what everybody, if I could leave one thing with everybody today, find something and do it.
Yeah.
Because the moment you start sitting back is the moment you start moving yourself closer to your own ending.
Yourself out there.
Yep. And that's my stance. So, my brother, we have been on, let's see, we've been on exactly an hour. It looks like 60 minutes on the clock, on the YouTube clock. My brother, we got to do this again.
Yep.
And next time,
I want to come on your new YouTube channel, BLJ.
Oh yeah, we listen, when I get my fitness channel going, y'all can see these pythons brewing over here. Now it ain't gonna be nothing close to what I've seen the G Trader. I'm gonna pull some pictures of the G Trader up when I get my fitness channel together. I'm gonna show y'all what fitness goals really look like. All right, because this man right here, he was like Mark Wahlberg. He probably still is on the low key. I'm sure there's some things he's doing to still maintain himself. But you know, one thing that I know about athletes is that once you get that bug back in you, it's hard to let it go.
Yeah. It's
hard.
The endorphins, the red blood cells, the right diet, consistency, feed the gains.
Yeah.
And you're right. I've been unfortunate with injuries over the last few years.
Yeah.
I've actually started a new supplement though, and the supplement has been absolutely fantastic for me. It's like a pure omega oil that I take, and it's good for inflammation. So I've got arthritis in my neck, I've got arthritis in my back, I've got arthritis in my knees, I've got patella ligament damage. So, yeah, that's with years of lifting weights to the extreme,
lifting stuff and putting them down, huh?
Yeah, I was on all sorts to get big, and that's a whole new ball game. So the body's kind of crashed over the last few years with COVID, and then being on here 24/7, what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, this chair doesn't really help that much.
No, you forget to go to the gym. But yeah, I'll make it 2024 where I'll get back to the gym a lot more often.
Hey man, I'll share with you something that has really helped me, right? And I know we're at different phases in our fitness journey for sure, because I've to date never had six-pack abs. Never. They're hiding somewhere down there. They're there, but I've never had visible from top to bottom, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? And a lot of that is diet. A lot of that is consistency, is making sure you feed and doing the right things. But the biggest thing that has helped me start to shed is not running so much, but doing an incline walk.
Yeah.
And just kind of making my way. It's getting some lower back work. It's getting some core work. It's always working the legs because you're on an incline. So you're always stepping up. And because it's a walk, it's not so busy on my knees. And I was a catcher in baseball for a long time. You guys see that? You see how you can see abs from top to bottom, and there's chest muscles, and there's like that's ripped, y'all. That's ripped. That's what it looks like. If you've never seen ripped before,
yeah, it
is
big. That one.
That's doing something. My brother just hopped in the comments section. True Leadership Weekend. That's right. We're in the building here in DC. Everybody has flown in, man. G Trader, I wish you was here in the building, man. I wish you was down here at this summit that we're having. But I believe the next one we're going to be having is next year in Vegas. And
wow.
Vegas is I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas.
My wife has.
Oh man, is it a place?
Yeah, my wife has. She loves it. She loves America. She's been more. She's been here. I think she's been to California, Vegas, at least 6 times.
Wow.
But before she met me, we've just
Yeah.
obviously we've not been together. Um, she's got family actually. Where's she got family? I think she's got family in California.
Really?
Yeah. So
Well, listen, y'all gotta make that trip again.
I know,
And Vegas,
BOJ.
Vegas is it's another world sitting in the middle of the desert.
Go Washington. Are you DC? Are you DC?
Yep. Yep. We're in the DC area. Yeah.
Yeah. Got you.
So I'm about maybe 30 minutes north of DC on a good day. There's traffic crazy in the metropolitan area here. On a bad day, maybe like an hour of standstill traffic, but I'm literally people ride their bikes from where I am to DC on a daily basis, through some trails and stuff like that. So I'm not far from DC, not far from Baltimore, like smack dab in the middle of DC and Baltimore. So those were the two main airports are in this area. You got two in DC and they got one in Baltimore. So
yeah, it's on my to-do list. I've always wanted to go over to the States.
Yeah.
I have an uncle who lives in Saskatchewan in Canada.
Canada. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've never been to see him. He comes over here, and then you just get used to him coming here every 2 years.
Never,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he goes, "Yeah, you're welcome. There's not much to do. I live in the outbacks, and I go hunting and whatever." And you go,
He's living in the country.
yeah, he's living in the country. Yeah, there's not much to do, so he might as well just keep coming here.
Well, shoot, I'm about to make that trip out to the UK. I need to get out there across the pond because I've heard a lot of things myself, and I heard it's a good time. So I can't wait to get out there and do some business and have some fun as well. My brother, G Trader, thank you so much for joining us today. It was an impromptu live. I want to thank everyone that is tuned in to be with us today. I think we had a couple people tune in, but here's the beauty about YouTube Live. When this is done being broadcasted live, it is still there for everyone to access at any time. So all you got to do is go to the live section, click on the live section, and you will see our interview today. It was impromptu, so we really didn't have a plan on conversation. We were just having a conversation between two brothers in this space about life and how we're maintaining and just here to motivate you guys, to let you guys know that there are still leaders out here doing this thing and we're not going anywhere. I can speak for myself and say I'm not going anywhere. G Trader, I'm sure he can speak for himself and say that he's going to be present right there. He's actually providing a lot more support, and God bless you. He's providing more support than I really am. So if you are in any of the platforms that I'm in and he's in it, you might actually get a little bit more support in his Telegram channels than you would in mine, because I think he actually lets people talk. Do you let people talk in your Telegram groups?
No, but I'll let them contact me directly.
Okay. So at least you can, and people can still contact me directly too. I don't want to seem so inaccessible that I'm unreachable. Y'all know you can reach me. I keep my emails and my socials in the description below, and so does the G Trader. Again, thank you so much for being on the channel. Any last words you want to leave with the people, my brother, before I give them my disclaimers and get on out of here?
Just let's end the year strong and smash 2024, guys. It's as simple as that.
Let's do it. You heard it straight from the man. Let's end the year strong and let us smash 2024. Let's get ready to have a great year, y'all. Put your 2FAs on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed the Wild Wild West, y'all. And if you ain't strapped with it, you're bound to get hacked. All right. So make sure you have that stuff on your accounts as well. If you like this content, hit subscribe. If you like what you've seen from my brother, the G Trader, make sure you follow RLG Trading on YouTube. All right. Make sure you follow him. We talk about some similar things. We talk about some different things, but at the end of the day, we are here talking, we're here doing it, and we're here in the forefront of this space, just trying to educate and inform people about how to navigate this thing in the right way. So make sure you follow my brother if you like the content as well, and hit the notification bell on his side as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man. All right. Don't get
I've got one of them now.
You got one now too? You're well overdue. You're well overdue for a WhatsApp man or two.
I've got fake Facebook profiles. I've got Instagram fake profiles.
Man,
Telegram profiles.
Listen, the YouTube life ain't for everybody. If you can't handle having a few trolls, then I don't know what to tell you. But for the people that are out there that could possibly get taken advantage by these people, just understand we will never ask you for that pertinent information that they're asking you for. We're not going to ask you for your wallet addresses. We're not going to ask you to send us any crypto personally. We're not going to ask you for your social security numbers or anything like that, any personal information. So if you find yourself in a position where you think that you're talking to us and they're asking you these questions, just pretty much understand that you're probably not talking to us. About 100% chance you're not talking to us. All right. So stay diligent, stay vigilant in this space. One more time, let's clap it up for the G Trader.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it, BOJ.
No doubt, man. Thank you for joining us today, man. My best wishes to you and your family. Good to see you moving around good and you got that pneumonia off your chest and you're ready to finish 2024 off strong. Tell your young superstar over there to keep on grinding. Give my best to your wife and your daughter, man. And pray for me in this house because it's getting real. It's getting real, man. My brother, good talking to you, and I will see y'all on the next one. G Trader, holla at me, bro.